Hello, you all, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. On this channel, we discuss work from home job leads, passive income streams, and side hustles. So, if you have or have not been watching my channel, I had a couple of videos on how to become a remote online notary. I discuss what a bit, but not in detail on what that is and what it takes to be a remote online notary. So if you're interested, I'm going to link those videos in the video and in the description as well. But basically, in a short nutshell, a remote online notary is a notary that notarizes documents online virtually. Um, Me personally, I have experience working as an in house remote online notary for a company and outside as sort of an independent contractor entrepreneur. So I have a little bit of experience. And I know when you're getting started as a remote online notary, a lot of things may be a little confusing, such as the topic I'm going to discuss in this specific video today. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to just give you information based off what I've learned. You could do deeper information, but I think I'm covering a topic that may be a little confusing if you're just getting started. It was for me until I had the luxury of going through an actual one on one training, which I know many companies offer at a price, but I was afforded to have that as a part of my employment. So I'm going to share my knowledge with you all, and hopefully you can benefit from what I have learned. Another thing I'm going to say is I am a commissioned notary in the state of Virginia, so laws are different per state. I would go off um, what your state laws are. I would do some research on that. I'm just going to give you some information based on my state. Some things may be different. But like I said, do your due diligence, do your research. This is basically based off of what I have learned and can be applied for a lot of other states. Okay. So I am using my own documents. I am doing it through the Proof platform, which is one of the online notary platforms I mentioned in another video. This is not their information in case anybody from their company is watching my video. This is strictly my document. Um, I'm just using their platform for my document that I have purchased. If you're interested in getting some documents of your own to practice or just to have in general, um, leave that in the comments and I can kind of direct you on how to get those. But these have been very helpful for me in my personal entrepreneur side of the business. Okay, now that I'm no longer rambling. Okay, so we're going to get into how to tag a document. Okay, so this is an all purpose acknowledgement, and we're really just going to focus on the top. There is an additional portion, but this is the main part. So it says the state of. So I'm just going to go in here and and on their platform, and platforms do vary and things are different. But this is a loose leaf. So this is an all purpose acknowledgement loose leaf. So I am going to go into where it says state. And when you tag a document, this makes, if you're pursuing it as an entrepreneur or independent contractor, this makes your session go by a lot faster if you pre-tag the document. So that's another reason why I want to discuss this. You see, I drag the state queue right here. I'm going to I'm going to click on the county. Okay. And I'm doing this kind of live, so I may have to delete some things, but that's okay. Um, and then I'm going to go to the date. We're going to go with day, month, year. I'm just going to use this. Actually, I'm not going to do the day, month, year. I'm not going to do this. See, the neat thing about their platform is on some documents, you have to put it in separate sections. But with the day, month, year tab, you could do it all in one. Let's see. I'm going to go with the date sign one instead. So we'll go with the date sign. Before me, I'm going to put my name up here. As soon as I find my regular name. Okay. Where is, I'm going to go to the notary field. I'm going to put my name. Okay. My name. And the name of the signer. Scroll up here. So I just used myself for this example. You would use the actual name of the signer. And then we're going to go with the signature of the notary. So I'm going to go sign here. Now it has a seal spot right here. The seal is basically your notary seal, your commission ID tag, the thing they tell you that you have to give, your stamp. In a sense, that may be a little confusing for some people, but the seal is the stamp. Now, some things they normally don't teach you when you are doing it remotely, you do always have to include a disclosure that's required. The company I work for would have you do a disclosure and the document ID number. I still think that's useful, but it's not required. The disclosure is required though. Do not forget the disclosure. One other thing, in the state of Virginia, and I'm not sure if it's like this in other states, but it is like this here. You do need to include in the notarial language how they verified their identification to you. So, since you are a remote online notary, you are authorized to do notarizations in 50 states. So if they identify themselves to you through and they're in the state of Florida and they have a driver's license, you will put provided a Florida driver's license for identification or something like that. If it's Ohio, provided an Ohio driver's license or provided a passport, because in most cases, passports are acceptable as well. But that's the general. Even if you aren't, if you want to be extra cautious, it's okay to put how they provided their identification to you. Um, and if ever the case, you have to pull up the session or document again. But it's not required in all states, and you may not feel like doing it. It's just something I wanted to mention. Okay, but usually these are the basic steps for a affidavit, a loose leaf, or just you'll see a lot of documents that you come in contact with that have this little section included in their document. And this is basically how you do it remotely. Um, Now, I do provide scripts and other things of that nature. I'm going to leave, if you're interested in getting a script, please leave it in the comments. If you have experience as a remote online notary, please discuss, that in the comments as well. If you could provide any suggestions, I'm always open to that. Leave that in the comments. And if you have any additional questions about certain things involving tagging a document, please feel free to leave that in the comments as well. But thank you all for watching my video, and until next time.